Gods and Monsters is a stage adaptation, it's never been done before, world premiere, of a novel by Christopher Bram called Father of Frankenstein, in fact. And it was the same novel that the movie, which came out in '98, was taken from, which starred Ian McKellen. And we've been given the blessing, really, by both the director of that movie and also Christopher Bram himself for this adaptation. And they both independently apparently said that, you know, they think it will make a better play than a movie. So that's what we're going to prove.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sort of a young, enthusiastic American boy that's really into the horror movies, and so I've tracked James Whale down, and one of his lines is like, "Oh, I didn't even know you're alive still." Like, and he's just like talks and talks and talks, and James Whale's getting more and more disinterested with him because all I want to know is about the horror films, and James Whale is much more proud of other works such as Showboat and things like that, and hates to be sort of known as just solely as the horror director because his work was so
broader than that.
Yeah.
Journey's End, to the surprise of everyone, was a huge success. It made the careers of all who were associated with it, Laurence Olivier included.
I've never heard of it.
That doesn't surprise me. But it was my first motion picture, you know.
How much longer before we get to Frankenstein?
Sheriff is spelled R-F. Am I correct in assuming, Mr. K, that it is not me you are interested in, but only my horror pictures?
Oh, no, I want to hear everything. I just didn't think most of that stuff was important enough to write down.
I see. James Whale is kind of now considered as, you know, one of the fathers or grandfathers, forefathers, if you like, of the horror movie. And his work is now kind of lionized much more than it probably was even in his own time. And Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein, which he made, the two Frankenstein movies he made, are now considered to be kind of absolute classics of the genre. He was openly gay in Hollywood in the 20s and 30s when no one was. Unashamedly, wickedly, naughtily, he loved provoking. I will truthfully answer any question you ask, but in return, for each answer, you must remove one article of clothing.
That's funny, Mr. Whale.
It is, isn't it? My life in a game of strip poker, a biographical striptease. Shall we play?
You're serious?
Quite.
Then the rumors are true.
What rumours might they be, Mr. K?
That you were forced to retire because of a sex scandal.
A homosexual scandal, you mean? I think we can call a spade now that we understand each other. Yeah, with two other actors in the play.
Yeah.
Will Rastall, who plays me younger and also plays my doctor, who I go to because of my stroke. And we also have Michelle Carl, who plays my housekeeper, Maria. And then into the plot is mixed this young man here. He's Clayton Boone.
Clayton. James Whale's
my gardener.
Yeah, he's an interesting character to play. He goes through a lot of changes, I think, because he sort of develops an unexpected friendship with this man. You ever been married, Mr. Whale?
No, at least not in the legal sense.
What other way is there?
You can live as husband and wife without having the law involved.
So you had a wife?
Or a husband, depending on which one of us you asked. David. Does that surprise you?
No. You're a homosexual.
Oh dear. One must have a clinical name. Although I thought we were called pansies. I will say that obviously he's instrumental to the plot because having met this man, James suddenly sees a possibility to achieve something that he didn't know how to achieve before he met him. And he is very instrumental, Clayton Boone, in a plan and a plot. Shall we begin?
Ready when you are.
That shirt, Mr. Boone.
It's new.
Exactly. Your collar, the way it frames your face, I can't work with that.
I can fold it in.
No, the shirt's too wide, too distracting. Would it be asking too much for you to take it off?
I'm not wearing my undershirt today.
Oh, pish posh, Mr. Boone. I'm not your Aunt Tilly. I won't be offended.
But it's just my face you want to draw.
Oh, if it's going to make you feel uncomfortable, perhaps we can find something else for you to wear. We can wrap it like a toga around your shoulders. Will that help you overcome your schoolgirl shyness?
All right, already. I'll take it off. It's kind of warm in here anyway.
Much better. Shall I hang it for you?
There's a new score for the piece, this play. It's by John Chambers, so it's going to be completely original and hopefully something that's going to be really absorbing and take the audience right into the piece with very familiar kind of sounds from the horror films and the Frankenstein films that James Whale directed.
So the Southwark Playhouse is such a brilliant venue because even though it's a fringe venue, essentially you can do so much with the space. And we have Louise Rhodes Brown, and she's creating loads of amazing things with light and projection and things like that, which tie in really nicely with the new score. And so I think when you see all that together, that's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think you'll get a great picture of him, a great picture of Hollywood of the time. There's quite a lot of the history of Hollywood, juicy, gossipy type Hollywood stuff that comes out in the play that I would find intriguing and fascinating if I hadn't already read it.